Ain't nobody should ever ask me and be like, "Oh, school this and that," because I'm gonna tell you, school is scam.
It is.
I'm the worst person to ask.
It is. No, especially somebody who has gone far into it's a scam.
Welcome back to another Palm Wine Central podcast episode. I am Unkle AK, and I got Tutu in the building. What's good with you, girl? How you doing?
Hey, happy Tuesday. I'm great, blessed and highly favored.
How do you guys do that thing?
Clocks.
Yeah. All right, I hear you, man. That's what's up. Just transfer some of that energy this way. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hannah, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. Tutu, I'll take some of that energy because today was a busy day. But I'm good, talking to my good peeps. So we're here now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have to work today. Love that for y'all.
I actually did work today.
Why it sound like you had a holiday today?
No, I'm not gonna hold you. I actually have to work today. I usually don't be working. I be at work just chilling, but I actually had to do work today. I was surprised.
All your boss here is that no queue work tomorrow. Go finish your work.
Going in tomorrow, just pissed because I actually have to do work.
But yeah, man, we are the cast of Palm Wine, or the host of Palm Wine Central podcast. Welcome. Today we're talking back to school, y'all. I know some of you, for those with kids, right now you're worried about sending your kids back to school. Now you're going to Walmart. I don't know if people still go to Target, but
we don't do Target.
Walmart. What other stores there? Myers.
Myers.
Relax. I know you're about to talk to. Just relax.
That's a good thing.
Just relax. Walmart, Myers. What's you guys' own? They talking all that stuff over there. What's your popular push?
Walmart. It was Walmart. Yeah, it was Walmart.
Yeah, well, yes, you go in there, you have those aisles for back to school.
You go to Staples or like an Office Depot.
Staples is expensive. That's for the rich people. Mm-hmm. You go to Staples.
You need like a good binder.
Yeah, you need a good binder. You go to Staples.
Or like a really good like agenda book.
Yeah. You get all them good mechanical pencils. At Staples. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you guys go to Staples and then I'll steal them from you in class. How about that? Like, why? Why are you spending all that money for stationaries when you still fail your class?
At least let me fail my class in style. Sign me up. I love me a good mechanical pencil.
I used to work at CVS, and I don't know, all the holidays had a different meaning, not just the work that you're required to set up those hours, but it was just the way people shop, right? Like the way you see, like how people shop during those seasons. Back to school in itself is, I never really purchased supplies because I was close to the source of raw material, if you know what that means. But anyways, I'm a people. I was close to the source of raw material, if you know what that means. Mm-hmm. So most of my peeps, they didn't have to worry about supplies, stuff like that. So for a good while, while I was there, man, back to the holidays, when the gift exchange or Thanksgiving, things like that. Hey, man, everybody's set. You just sit, you see those, those toiletries, yes, that have all those soaps, all those things. Hey, man, people used to just get them. Yeah. Anyways, let's start like this, right? You guys, and I say you guys, I mean you too, who were born here.
Who told you that?
Educated guest, I guess. So the educated guest, But in all seriousness, right? If there was one thing you will go back and change, right, throughout your, let's say, middle school through high school, positive, what would that be? If there was one or two things, like being where you are right now, if there's one thing that you go back and change, what would that be? Or fix,
Actually taking school seriously. Actually do my work and going to class. Yeah, I'll say like, not even middle. I think high school, I was SATs when it came to like studying for SATs and ACTs and college applications, all that stuff. I am not the study girl. I'm the type of person that I would go take that test and whatever God sees fit, that's what we're gonna go with. like, like that's how I was. Like I went to go in there if I know it, I know it. And college, when they had like early decisions, like when the people like the recruiters used to come to school and stuff like that, I actually take advantage of it. Cause I didn't take advantage of it. And then was doing last minute crunch and I wasn't being serious and my grades weren't good. So it was just a lot. So I would actually go back and take, I think, was it after sophomore year? They said junior year is your hardest. So that's when you actually need to be like
focused.
Yeah. Like that's the year I was playing around. So yeah, I would go back and actually just be on my P's and Q's.
Yeah. For me, I would say I would agree to do. I would definitely have studied better for like SATs, ACTs, whatever the tests were at the time. Like I would have tried to in high school like apply for more scholarships and like I didn't take any of that seriously and I kick myself after now. That would probably be my biggest thing. And then I would say I guess for like middle school, I wish I had the same energy, like, or confidence that I had in high school and middle school. Like, I know those are like your developing years, but my middle school was actually a kindergarten through eighth grade school. So I have known these people my entire life. And it was like, as we progressed, it was like more clicky. I didn't like really fit in anywhere. But then when I went to high school, even though I didn't fit in because it was a very white country school, I don't know, I felt like I could like remake myself and like be a different person, like be more confident. And so I wish I could have. It was hard to do that in middle school, but I feel like I grew in high school and I was very proud of that.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you, AK?
Me, I high school. Well, came here when I was in 06. So went to high school. Most of my siblings they went to college. My dad was like, "Now you're going to high school." I'm like, damn it. Like, why, man? Why can't I just go to college, bro? Like, no, you're too young to go to college. I said, you know what? You got a point. Whatever. So yeah, I went to high school. I don't know. People used to complain high school was hard. And I'm looking like, what are you guys talking about? It's hard? So you guys don't know hard, man. You don't know what hard really is. But it was pretty fun because never really went to school with a backpack, really. Just had like a book. Just
What high school you went to?
Rockville High School.
You went to Rockville?
I went to Rockville, yeah.
Gosh. I went to Seneca.
Went to who now?
Never mind. Seneca Valley is in Germantown. German County. It's a Montgomery County school.
Yeah, Germantown, man. Listen, when people hear Germantown, they think far, So, anyways, but it's not that far.
Okay.
But yeah, Rockville High School, yo, man, Rockville was fun. It was fun. It was just too white. It was
really.
Yeah, it's predominantly.
That's where all the Spanish people were in the Africa.
That too, yeah, that part. Like the favorite outfit was cargo pants and either black or white tees. That was any given day walking there, you just see everybody in that, and you just know, and you see people just in like clusters. But it was pretty fun. I don't know if I would change anything really, other than probably. Okay, I've taken sports a lot serious, Yeah, I could have taken sports a lot serious. I was more on the mindset of, man, I want to work. I want to make money, bro. So I could buy nice things, but not really focus much on school till I went to college. And then, like, shit. Yeah, I wish I had focused more in high school. Like, really focus more. So I could, take, like, Tutu, SATs, the SATs, and all of that. I actually left the club. I went straight to go take my SATs.
No.
And I started like this.
No.
I'm like,
Man's out here living life on edge.
What we're gonna do is just pay that money to take a test and
For
be
what?
no.
Did you even want to take the
No.
test at this point?
Let
Because
me try.
no, no,
man just went to just show up to get participation points.
pretty much, pretty much.
No.
I didn't want nobody saying, "Oh, you did not." No, listen, nobody said I was supposed to, ace it. They said, "Go take it," but they didn't say ace it. So, yeah, I showed up.
Hello? Thank you.
How'd you do on it?
Huh?
How'd you do on it?
Terrible.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I was falling, like, I literally slept halfway through that thing. You don't understand. Like, I was struggling to stay awake. I kept trying to hold my eyes open, But anyways, I'm sorry, parents. I know you guys tried your best, but we're here now. So
Y'all know that SAT cost of it is $68. I feel like now that feels like it's so cheap.
Wait, hold on.
When I
No,
was
back then it was like 100 something. I swear to God.
ain't no way it was no $68. Nah.
68.
If the price was $68, we was really just broke at that time, for real, or 60 sound like a lot. Because ain't no way. I don't remember.
No, that thing is so expensive.
It was expensive because I remember my parents telling me, you better pass it one time only, because you're not about to keep wasting my money to retake the test.
Wait.
68. I just looked it up because I was like, let me just look at this, the SAT. Did y'all take the SAT and the ACT?
Yeah, I took both.
I didn't do the SAT, please. I'm like,
which one did you think was easier, Hannah, for the SAT or the ACT?
Girl, I do not remember at this point. I think the ACT was more common, so I made sure that I tried. Like, I think I took that one twice. I think I got the same score. My mom was like, "Girl," and then
you're trying to overachieve taking it twice.
Get a higher score.
I thought I was gonna boost my score. Like you have your whatever, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? This second time around, I'm gonna study. I'm gonna do these practice exams."
That was a lie.
And then I was like, well, you need to take the SAT too, because some schools only accept that versus the ACT, right? So I was like, well, listen, I done studied for the ACT 2 times now. So I'm going into the SAT like that. I don't know. I feel like maybe the ACT, I don't remember.
Yeah, I took the ACT and the SAT. I think I took the SAT. I took the ACT once and the SAT twice. Just like this, I was like, okay, I'm about to get a better score just for me to get worse. The first time I said, y'all gonna have to take the first result, because and the first result was giving shitty too. So at this point, y'all just gonna have to take
You just take the better score.
Yeah, just take the better score at this point. Cause
I feel like the SAT had more writing. Like, I feel like that was the difference. One of them, they both had a writing section, but I feel like the SAT was more, or the writing section was different. I don't know. I feel like I take
SAT. I think it was more like it had. If it was writing, I think it had 2 or 3 sections in there of writing.
Yes, yeah.
So you have a first section, then it repeat itself, and it repeat itself again, like you're in a gym, getting your reps and stuff like that. For a while.
Did y'all take like AP classes? We call it AP. Like they have honors and they have AP and IB and stuff like that. I took AP Lang, and that's like, what is it? Advanced placement. That's what it's called, advanced placement. Yeah. It's like AP Lang and AP like government or something like that. And baby, the AP Lang, there's like a final, like you have to take an exam, like almost kind of like it's like an AP Lang test or whatever. And we had to write it. When I tell y'all, I flipped that book over. I ain't write shit in that essay section, because at this point, I think the score was like, it was like 1 to 4 or something like that. The top score was a 4. Just by me not doing that essay, I immediately got a 1. I was like, yeah, I'm good off of this. Nah, like I looked at the thing and it was like, write an elaborate something. Oh nah. I skipped that. Put the whole question mark, a big ass question mark. It's absolutely not. Like, it's only about so much writing I could do. I'm not writing that essay. I'm not explaining to you why Jack decided to follow Jill. I'm not doing that. It's just no.
I used to get the biggest hand cramps because that was the time when everything was by hand, and so they would give you like 2 or 3 sheets of paper, and you just have to like go in. I'm like, you want me to formulate a whole essay right on spot, and then like, God forbid you misspell something. Like, man, I don't miss those days at all. I do not miss those days.
Kids nowadays, they don't know what we had to go through.
I
Dad,
don't.
I know
Are we
about,
smarter for it?
huh?
Are we smarter for it? Like,
I
do you feel like your arguments that you can create, like battling somebody versus like your niece or nephew who could use it? Like, do you feel like
Oh, for sure. I think this generation now is so lazy. I think they have it so easy, like where they just go ahead and type stuff out. Like you were saying, that stuff I seen a post where it was like kids don't these days don't know that you had to do a rough draft in pencil. Then you had to go ahead and make your corrections, and then you had to do the final draft in pen. And if you mess up, you start that shit all over again. Like
all or
that. Nah, kids nowadays.
I see it as we were suffering back in the day. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had it worse. And if I had to pick, like if we had this to choose from, I'll pick this instead of that.
We did suffer. We really did suffer. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, imagine you had to go to school, you gotta walk in zigzags because there's a sniper. The hell is that? Like, I remember what we had to go through in y'all. Like, I remember they did not small snow that will fall down and they cancel school for these kids nowadays. But when the sniper was out here, they talk about some walking a zigzag.
Yep.
So you don't get shot. Like, nah. What? These kids nowadays, they got it easy. Because I was actually having a conversation with my sister, my younger sister, and my mom and my parents were actually telling her, like, you're spoiled. You literally are spoiled. Like, my sister, not once did she ever have to walk to school. Not once did she have to take the bus to school. My dad always, oh, you want to ride to school? Oh, you want me to pick you up from school? Do you want breakfast on your way to school? No, where was that treatment when I was going to school? And don't let me mess around and be late for school. Like, that's actually, I don't know.
I used to enjoy going to school, man, because remember I just came here and I'm like, damn, you gotta take a bus to school? Wow, man. It's better than walking to school from in the rain, sun. What are we talking about? All I gotta do is just wake up, shower, and just take a few steps, stand over there, and the bus will come and take me to school. Yeah, count me in. Shit. Yeah, I was there. Yep.
That's true. Plus, one thing, y'all was gonna be like, I hear the story all the time. My dad, when I was young, I had to walk. I walked 4 miles. I walked these miles. I didn't have no shoes. I walked with my brother. I had to do. I'm like, all right, sir. So he was like, so nowadays, when you're late for school or something like that, the same way how I had to go, I had to jump over a river. I had to do this. I had to go underneath bushes and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm sorry you had to go through that. But can you take me to school though? Like, that's nice enough, but can you take me to school?
Oh man, but you really don't understand though. You really don't understand. Like, imagine you wake up in the morning, you put on your uniform, right? Not your casual wear, because your uniform, and you have to walk a distance. You're either going down a hill or you're going up a hill to go to school, right? And it's muddy as shit. And your goal for that day is not just to get to school and acquire the knowledge and come home, but it's also to avoid the mud from going to your uniform, your shoe, right? And you got those knuckleheads who drive and just pass and be splashing water, mud, no remorse whatsoever. So you have to avoid all those things. Yeah. I mean, some of us who did not learn how to, be clean till later on in life, man, by the time we get to school, it's like, you look at us, you think the day is over, but the day is actually starting.
Yo, that's crazy. But no, y'all think, going back to the uniform talk, how do y'all feel about uniforms? Like, do you think that schools should like implement, like it should be like a whole, like world nationwide thing where uniforms should be in effect, or it should be, because I know I went to school and it's you wear whatever, like casual. But sometimes I had that conversation where I felt like, dang, if I had a uniform, it might be a little bit much better, because it's like nowadays these kids, we're wearing Crocs to school, we're wearing ripped jeans, we're wearing crop tops. Like girls is wearing like revealing clothes. Like I'm seeing your booty cheeks. I'm seeing, and guys are wearing like your pants are sagging. That's a good topic we should talk about school, like school dressing, and like how kids nowadays they go to school and what it should be. Because I feel like now looking at these kids, nah, they need uniforms, because there's no structure, there's no foundation, there's no nothing. It's just come as you are. Bonnets. Let me dare walk into my school with a bonnet on my head. Like, absolutely not. But these kids is walking with bonnets. You're coming in with blankets around, like you just literally rolled up out of bed and you're going to class. What y'all feel about that?
Charity begins at home. Sorry, Hannah. Let me start with this one. Listen, charity begins at home. You understand? Now, I'm not saying that people cannot be free at their homes, but freedom comes with a cost, right? If you as a mom, you decide to be showing your booty cheeks to your kids at home, when they want to show their booty cheeks while they are going to school, don't go and stop them, because you never showed them any better. If you're leaving the house and go to a grocery store and you go, oh, I'm gonna wear my bonnet because, yeah, I'm the shit. All right, no problem. When your children decide to wear bonnets to school, don't try to stop them, because how are you going to tell them to do that when you're not doing it yourself? You know, one thing that I appreciated our parents back in the day was you never see them wear revealing stuff at home, right? They will still put on their clothes and still be that. But these days, they are shaking ass in the club. They're shaking the same ass at home. You know, they're shaking at church. It's just like, God damn, man. Like,
you're thinking for the Lord.
like, bro, like, come on. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, go ahead now.
That's another point. Like these kids are mirroring what they see, and so if they don't see their parents or their mom like dress up for anything, why would they dress up for something that they don't think is important? No, I hate seeing bonnets out. I hate seeing, like you said, just roll, like it looks like you literally just rolled out of bed. Like I get sometimes we're tired, right? Okay, a nice jogging suit set. You know what I mean? Like it's still giving comfy vibes. It's still giving, but it's like presentable, you know? My thing is just be presentable. And I feel like not that I aim to please any type of group, but also like, can we just stop being such a stereotype sometimes? Like, can we just try a little bit more, do a little bit better, you know? Show you care. Take
what do you
pride.
think, Tutu, being the head of Bonnet Association, you know?
Not too much for me in my bonnet, because you know I love me in my bonnet. Not too much. A bonnet is always near me. Okay? Got me a bonnet anywhere. But no, when it comes to the bonnets are in the house. The bonnets are not supposed to be left out the house. Like, I'm not going to, like, if I'm going to my car to get something, okay, cool, real quick. But I'm not going to Target or Walmart in my bonnet. Absolutely not. I don't know. First of all, I have this thing where it's like, I I'm so like, when it comes to hygiene, shoes is already at the door at that. So like me leaving in my bonnet, like anything outside, like outside clothes, just don't even belong. Like, I don't know. So like if I'm going outside and I have pajama pants on and I'm now outside and you yet alone going to school with it, it's just already like, it's not clean, it's not hygiene. I don't know. That's just how I am. But bonnets do not belong in public. Bonnets is only when you are in the house, or the only time you'll see me wearing my bonnet is when I'm headed to my hair appointment.
That part. Like that, I'm about to say the same thing. Like
That's the only time you will see me head out in my car with the bonnet on. Like the bonnet's on an airplane. I don't know, y'all. Hey, y'all might crucify me. I don't know. I think let's do a scarf.
Scarf
Let's
is
put a
okay.
scarf on.
I
Like,
don't like not like a tie in the front though. Like
yeah,
it
like
like like make it cute, you know,
yeah,
like
presentable.
right, not like I
Like,
guess.
what I look like with a bright pink ass bonnet on a plane, and then just looking like no.
No, it's not cute. It's not.
As head queen of the bonnets, please let's keep the bonnets in the house, please.
Hallelujah.
Let's just keep the
Please,
bonnets in
please.
the house. Thank you. Keep the bonnets in the house for you, or you're going to your man house. Simple. You're going to an appointment. Call it a day. That's it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But back to the original question about uniforms. Um, I'm kind of glad that I never had them, but I do see the value in having them because I feel like it takes pressure away from having to style yourself too much. I feel like kids get bullied about every little thing under the sun anyway, so that's just one factor to kind of take out away from them. I mean, there's still other things to clown on, right? You can still clown on shoes, hair, this, whatever. But like, I think it's just like one less thing to take away from getting bullied. Um, I don't know. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I think uniforms are important. For one, it shows sense of belonging, identity, right? Like you start identifying with a certain group of individuals, say, "Oh, I belong to this school," right? Because when you don't have the uniform, it's just like, "Yeah, I go to that school, blah blah blah, whatever." But when we talk about colors, when you wear your school colors, for example, right, and it's your homecoming, you it's a different type of joy, right? It's a
Yeah.
different type of excitement, and you just feel it. So I feel as though if everybody is just in that uniform, right, and yeah, you see see those colors. I don't know. It's just it brings that togetherness, on campus, and without all the multiple colors, like to me, that's just me. The multiple colors, like people wear
Uniform.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's distracting if you ask me. But uniforms, it's like, yeah, man, we here to study. We here to study. We have a business, so
I
yeah.
don't know about the studying because y'all be the worst ones. The ones in the uniforms that don't be studying, they be the ones do the opposite of studying.
We study at home. Calm down.
They study at home. They be the worst ones. Them private school ones or them, yeah, they be the worst ones. But yeah, I think now I would appreciate a good uniform. I would because it just looks uniform. It looks clean. It looks like structure, like there's foundation or whatever the situation is, and it's not just like you don't got to deal with me seeing. I don't got to see your booty cheeks. I don't got to see like your boxers, or that's another thing that irritates me bad. I don't want to see that or whatever the situation is. You're wearing do rags in class, or you're doing all this extra stuff. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I will say, them uniforms, boy, they're quite expensive. I'm not gonna hold you because I remember my cousin used to go to private school here, and that thing, them uniforms, just alone, just be running you about a good $500 to $800. Just to
Dang.
get like you got to get the shoes, you got to get multiple maybe for skirts, you got to get the skirts, you got to get the pants, you got to get the vest, you got to get the shirts. Like it's a lot, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah. By the time you do all of that, I could go ahead and pick me up a couple different outfits, just a casual wear. You get what I'm saying? So I do understand why like people be like, no, I'd rather just do the casual wear
Mhm.
because it does get boring sometimes when you have to wear the same repeated outfit and stuff like that. Because sometimes I'd be just ready to throw on a hoodie and some leggings and some Crocs and call it a day. So it makes sense though.
Do you include underwear there too?
Huh?
It's here to hug for me.
What?
Yes, you need to throw underwear on. What you mean? You have to throw.
Okay, because you said hoodie, Crocs, and your leggings, but I didn't hear on.
Gotta expose people's business out here. Some of us like to breathe.
I was just making sure because we talk about going back to school, so make sure you wear your underwear to school, please. I
Well,
beg.
I mean, who's supposed to, if you don't have underwear, who's looking? Nobody's supposed to know that you don't have no underwear on.
You could tell.
If you got leggings on, well, yeah, it depends. If you have leggings on and they're like sheer see through, then you could tell. But if you got like a big old hoodie on top, then you got no leggings. I mean, you ain't got no panties on, you got leggings on, then you can make it work.
Yeah, I think it would work. I guess.
Who wears leggings with big old hoodie to cover what?
A lot of people. A lot of people
Oh,
do
really?
that. Yeah.
Oh, me. Sign me up for a good hoodie and leggings.
Okay. And heels.
All right now. All right now. All right now. It's a stretch. No, sir.
All right, let's go back to the back to school stuff again. Did you guys ever subscribe to the culture of, like the T app, where you go and look up guys and, for the men, look up women? Did you guys ever look up rate by professors?
Yes, hell yeah.
I forgot about that. Yep.
I never did.
Then changed quite a few of them because of that page. Yep.
Really?
You ain't about to fail me because you want to be petty. The fuck? You ain't about to fail me. Nope.
Or like I still had to take that class because I had like certain requirements. I'm like, okay, going in knowing that they're already this way, like feeling okay, I'm like, I don't know, it just made me feel like I had like an edge. Like, okay, I know how this teacher operates.
Yeah, like you have a lot of people that tell you like you got to study or like take this professor because you don't do nothing but like worksheets. I'm like, yeah, sign me up for that professor. Yeah, that one. Like you try to figure out who's the easy teacher, who's the one that does too much work, or who's the one like. I'm telling you, I've changed a lot of professors because of that website. Thank God for that website. Does that website still even exist?
I don't know.
I believe so.
Let me see, because that website really saved me a couple of times.
I never hopped on there. That's the crazy part.
Really?
Like, going to college. I just go. I literally. It was about timing, right? I used to love to work, so that's how I used to pay my rent. So it's about timing. Wherever those times fall, that will give me enough time to go rest and go to work. That's what I'm taking. I could care less about a professor. I could care less what kind of curriculum they got. It's not my problem. They're gonna set the curriculum. I'm gonna do the work, and everybody's fine. Ching ching. That's it.
Oh, you strong. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. We're gonna go to our advisor and we're gonna change. Give me this professor. Yeah, because I'm not taking this professor. No, I remember I took was it like a nutrition? It was a nutrition class, my undergrad, and the professor was so mean. He was like a gym or fitness, whatever thing. And he was like ex-military. So he was like treating us like we was like his damn like I'm like, oh hell no. The way that he would just talk and yell and like if you're late and stuff like that. And I took that class because they said it was easy, but nobody told me that the damn professor was an asshole. So I get into the class and I'm like 2 minutes late and he locked me out and he's like yelling at me like a fucking drill sergeant. And I'm just like, bro, like it's taking everything time not to punch you in your mouth because you're not yelling at me. Like, bro, just all the talk you do, you could have been open the door and let me in. Like you're doing all of this. But surprisingly, I passed with a C, but C's get degrees.
Listen,
at this point, C's get degrees. That's all that matters at this point. Ain't nobody should ever ask me and be like, oh, school this and that, because I'm gonna tell you school is a scam.
It is.
I'm the worst person to ask.
It is. No, especially as somebody who has gone far into it's a scam. It's definitely a scam. Because why do we have to take electives? Why do we have to take like so many classes about things to fulfill these electives that don't even, I took a music history class, a world music and world culture or music and world, like, you know what I mean? Like, why? And pay for it.
Yes.
Pay for it.
Yeah. They set you up. I took a weather class.
A weather?
What the hell am I? Yeah, I can't make this shit up. I took a weather class because it was an elective. Like, what am I doing with weather? Like, I didn't even believe that class. And then on top of that, it was held by like a Russian lady. Her name, I would never forget her name. Her name was Miss Olga. That's how you know the bitch is Russian. Like, she was just a weather class. What am I learning about precipitation? Like, what is
what?
It's a setup. You pay for all these classes, all these electives that you don't have to like. You'll never actually learn or use in the real world and stuff like that. Like I think the only one that I actually used was the only one that I would say maybe made sense was business math. because that showed you like tax and finances and
That's
like
good.
so that gave you a little bit of like,
Yeah.
okay, so I wasn't so like new to learn about like what you have to do for taxes and percentage and all the other stuff when it came to like your paychecks. You know, when you like you get a job,
compounding interest, things like that.
yeah, you have to fill out your W-2s. Like I was like, oh wait, I remember this because they taught us that. So I think that's maybe the only elective class that I probably was like maybe preparing me for the real world. Other than that, weather, the fuck am I going to do with weather?
Listen, I took an anthropology class, anthropology and sociology.
I took sociology. I got to be in that class.
No.
Mm-hmm. Those are my
What,
African culture.
anthropology again? Study of what?
Anthropology is like the study of people. It's but like
I took
so
sociology too.
anthropology is a study of people, but sociology is a study of the interaction
That's
of
what it was.
hmm
I took that class. Yeah, that was a cool class. I like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember like literally, I think there were what like 7 to 9 electives, and there was like a list, and you had to just like go down the list and choose something in each category to like fulfill those electives. Like, I just want that's just such a waste of money. I don't know.
It is. What's the time at that too? Because now you got
Yeah.
to be on campus for an extra amount of time just because.
Oh, speaking of waste of time, another thing I feel like what they do is a scam. And I don't know if anybody else in school did this, but if you're like in a particular program or if you're not in that program, they can lock a class. So you have to be in a specific major to get that. Or and like it just makes it harder. They only offer, let me backtrack. So what I'm trying to say is at my school, what they would do is they would only offer a certain class at one point in the semester, like in the year. So like it would only be offered like in the fall, for example. And then the
Mm-hmm.
other, when it was offered again, it would only be offered to a
Right.
particular
Yeah.
major, right? So like if you don't catch it in the fall, you are basically like a whole year behind.
Behind.
You have to like wait till it comes back for you it to be available for you.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all couldn't just offer it both semesters.
Go around. Like, yeah, y'all are is a scam. Dang.
Everything is a scam.
It is.
School is a scam.
Has
I
Has anybody ever asked you guys for your degrees in terms of employment?
Yes.
God. Because anytime I think about this, the thing is pain in my chest. Because the job that I'm even doing now, I'm still using bachelor's degree. I went ahead and got a whole master's and it's just sitting there collecting dust. Like, make it make sense.
Hang it up.
Huh?
It's very good to hang it up. I
Let's
didn't
hang it.
think it every.
It's hanging up in my father's house. He was happy that I got my master's, right? So let's go stay there. Yeah, nobody asked me. I think everybody in my industry, everybody is like common sense. Is like in order for you to be here, you obviously might as well probably have a communications degree in order for you. Because I mean, that's possible. I guess it's possible through connections, but everybody has a degree in either broadcast or multimedia or just communications or whatever. But nobody really asked me like, "Hey, what'd you get your degree in?" Yeah, no. I said they need to ask me so I could be like, I got multiple degrees. So y'all need to go ahead and yeah, go ahead. Sign me up and pay me more for the multiple degrees. But yeah, no.
You know, one thing I wish they could do, like during kids leaving middle school, going to high school, or even high school, going to college, is saying, "Hey, you might be going, or you're going to get this degree, but you should also notice or realize that once you get into the job force, the amount you think you're going to be making might not be the amount you're going to be making. It might be more, but most likely less." So also encourage things like internships, like the importance of it. Make it mandatory. Like they make that fishing class that everybody got to take. I don't even know why everybody got to take fishing class, but change that and put internships. They must go for internships.
Yeah.
Even some people. I don't know if anybody here did international studies. Anybody international studies? International studies. Never studied abroad.
I tried.
Yeah, I said abroad. Sorry. I
You know,
thought you were talking about like a specific class
no, no,
called.
no, like studying abroad. You know, like also push kids right to go study abroad, like go
Mhm.
experience a different culture. You know, it's
Yeah.
not about the studies; it's more about experiencing different cultures, see how different people live, how people interact around the world, and then come back. You know, for a semester, not yeah, and come back. That will be beneficial for most because they will see how things are done outside of the United States, and maybe it might slow their temperaments, maybe it might slow, it might fasten their ability to think, their ability to be empathetic, things
Yeah.
like. Yep.
I agree. I definitely, one thing I would tell if somebody was asking, that internship talk is for real, for real. Like internships I always recommend somebody get an internship if you can, because internships for real, 9 times out of 10, they be leading to actual jobs. So,
Mhm.
and it's like in industries that you want to do, like just speaking off of my own, like the industry that I'm in is basically who you know. It's networking. Who you know, somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that puts you on. So it's like through those internships and stuff like that, just like talking to people and just because one thing about me when I started like interning and stuff, like I feel like, and that's another thing, like this generation too, kind of low key lazy because they always want to get paid for something. And I get it because like the
Time.
economy is just trash, but like they don't want to spend their time. They'd rather be doing something else. But when I was interning, I was like, I volunteer for free. Like I'm just trying to be in the space so that way I can like learn and just do stuff like that. And then that way I was able to kind of just like have all these relationships and whatnot because they're like, oh, like I used to drive like 45 minutes from Durham, North Carolina to Greensboro just to go intern at a radio station for free, just because, like, like just because I wanted to, like, oh, one day I want to be an on-air personality, or one day I want to do this and that. So because of that, I was able to kind of like do all these different events and actually get a full-time job and stuff like that. So I always like if somebody else like do that internship, talk to people, talk to your professors. Like your professors, as much as people think that they don't be looking out, like
Yeah.
professors will definitely will help you out, especially me going to HBCU. I will always push for HBCU. Because I feel like my professors cared, especially being a Black girl too. It's like they want to see you win and they want to see you like accomplish all your goals and stuff like that. So, internship, networking, I would definitely say.
I agree. I agree. I didn't do internships, but I did a lot of shadowing. Because just with like the medical profession or healthcare world, like you can't really internship for those positions, but you can shadow. And that's a really great way to see like if you actually want to get in that field. Because there are so many people that I personally know that were in my classes or that I met just in passing who got far into the program, have paid thousands of dollars into this program and realize that they're not going to succeed in it or they don't like it. You know what I mean? It's just like, no, 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 no. You could have found that all out. Like, I mean, most of it you can find out early on, like if this is something you can see yourself doing or not, right? Like if you shadow, because I thought for a second I want to be a pharmacist. Man, that thing was so boring. I was like, oh no, I cannot do this. No, 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 and then like also there were parts of it that I was like just very uncomfortable with, seeing the pharmacist tech have to like deny somebody because of their insurance. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with that. Or like seeing people like addicted try to come up for more, like, no, 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 no. I listen, I'll do a different part of the medical field, but not that. So I definitely think that shadowing to see before you even get into something, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
People don't want to do that.
You want to be a doctor?
A doctor? No.
Like, yeah, like a.
That was like, that was way too many. Listen, no. First of all, I didn't even know I really wanted to be a physical therapist until after I graduated. So I had to like go back to do the prereqs and then go to grad school.
Oh
But
no, baby girl, I would have took whatever I had at that time. No, we're not doing that. No, no, no.
then,
That's
no.
crazy.
And I was like, medical school, that's like at least 7 more years. I was like, absolutely not.
You gotta do medical school, then you gotta do residency, then you gotta do like fellowship, right? And then you gotta do hell no.
Right, like I'd be like 40, 45, and be like, I'm starting my career finally. Like,
Yeah, nah. For all the
no.
people doing that I'm in, nah, I'm good off of that. I thought
Yeah.
I tried to do like nursing, I thought. No, I knew I didn't want to be a nurse, but I just did it for the sake of my parents.
Yeah.
Did it for the sake of my mother, let's say that. Because my whole entire family is medical. I'm the only person that's not medical. And so then my mom was like, oh, you should go ahead and do nursing. So I went to school and I failed chemistry 4 times. And I said, fuck this shit. I'm out. Like, I failed chemistry 4 times. I failed chemistry 4 times. How you fail chemistry 4 times? And you know the worst part is I failed and my professor was a whole Sierra Leonean man. Like, how you fail me, uncle? How? And it's just like it don't make no sense. And then he called my dad. Like that was the worst part. He used to call my dad. It was an 8 o'clock class. Don't ever take 8 o'clock classes also when you're in school.
Oh, yeah.
8 o'clock class. And I used to be late for the class. I used to get there like 8:05 and he would close the door and then he would never let me in. And then he'll call my dad and my dad would text me and be like, oh, you didn't show up to class this time. Miss Ofana called me and all this. Like I failed y'all chemistry class. It came to a point where the last time I took that class, he was like, don't even come to class. Just do the assignments.
Oh.
That's how bad it was. Like, he's like, just don't. I paid somebody to do all my work. And he, you know what he passed me with? A B. You could have given me an A for all of that. But yeah. Y'all can have a medical field. I commend y'all.
No, medical field is different.
Anybody got time for all of doing that? Crash cart. Cool.
No, HIPAA. Let's hype. HIPAA.
Actually, speaking of crash cart, today we had a medical event. So I told you it was a long day. Sorry, getting off topic a little bit. I'm with my patient. We're just, doing our little balance exercises. And behind me, they're like, sir, I can't say his name, obviously, but let's call him Bob. Bob, hello. So I'm like, you know what, Mr. Person that I'm working with. And I go over there. This man is not responsive. We're like rubbing on his chest, trying to like wake him up. I said, oh, dear Lord. The nurse is like, somebody called 911. And you know what, guys? Not just because I have to stay certified with this, but I just renewed my CPR license. I was like, not today.
Oh, you had to put your lips on somebody.
No, I didn't have to because like after a little bit, he like kind of came back. We were like, woo, Bob, you scared us,
that'd be the shit for me to go ahead and clock the fuck out. I'm good. You like that? Nah, I'm out. Y'all can have this.
I looked at my patient. I said, I think we're gonna wrap up early. He was like, okay. Not pressed at all. Doesn't know what's happening. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. It was scary.
Man,
yeah. But I get some funny stories though. I get some good stories working in the medical field. So, and I work with brain injury. So I too. That can be fun. Yes. But let's get back onto track. Where are we in this conversation? We're talking about abroad. Okay. Bring on abroad.
Bring on what?
Going abroad.
Oh yeah. What else?
I was having a conversation with somebody. Today when I was at work, or tomorrow. So here in Dallas, school starts tomorrow, and everybody came in. I guess it was like teacher orientation day and stuff like that. So some of my coworkers came in and they were all dressed up, and I'm like, the hell you dressed up for? And apparently it was like this back to school night or whatever. So they were talking about like how things are about to change again now because like making sure the kids get to school on time, and then like the cost of childcare and like supplies and stuff like that, especially with the economy and stuff. They were talking about like I remember when I was back to school shopping, you used to get them little like notebooks for like 35 cents or something. Okay. That was like $1.97 at Walmart. I seen the other day, and I'm like, $1 for these notebooks? Like that's crazy.
The ones that are flimsy and
the little flimsy ones, the ones that you can get like in different colors for like every subject and stuff, and then even like color pencils or markers and stuff like that. Like they're all going up. So we were having that conversation. They were just saying like, yeah, school's going back, so like their schedule is gonna have to change, or I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be like running behind and stuff like that. And somebody was telling me, my cousin was actually telling me that she's trying to sign her son up for like pre-K or whatever, and it's like 1,000 a week. I said, for what? I said, childcare. Like she was talking about, it's a lot. Childcare, and then you having to make sure that your kid is okay. They have their stuff, their clothes and whatnot. I'm just like, y'all can have them kids right now. Y'all can have them kids because no, baby, 1,000 a week for childcare. When I asked my dad was like, he used to pay like 250, 300.
Wow.
And now it's 1,000. Nah, we're gonna have to go ahead and call grandma from back home. Grandma
Wow.
come and stay home and watch the great grandkids or something, because that
It's
that's
ridiculous.
crazy. But that all goes back to just talking about like, well, I don't got no kid and whoever, but like just talking about kids and stuff like that, like the cost of childcare and just making sure that they have everything. What do y'all feel about that? And like, how do you think the parents are feeling when it comes to like, because I know when summertime is like, okay, cool, we got a break, so everybody's just doing their own thing. But now it's like, all right, I'm spending more money on groceries because now I got to pay for, to make your lunch and breakfast and all the other stuff. So I just think it's like how do you feel like, well, I mean, I don't know, AK, if you want to elaborate, but like, what do you think, or how do y'all feel for the parents that have to go through that, and 1,000 a week for some childcare? I
Listen,
don't know.
This is where I always talk about it takes a village to raise a child, right? This is where a tribe is needed, because if we actually cultivate that habit of asking for help and also extending a hand to help, I feel as though we will not feel that much pressure for childcare on a weekly basis. But because we're always on the go, right? And again, managing adult relationships is hard. Things like that, all these different factors. Parents would just resonate what's a lot easier and give that peace of mind, right? Daycare. Just as a kid, start actually do learn something that you would have a teacher, because if you are working from home and you focus on your work meetings, you don't necessarily have the time to sit there and
interact.
interact with them or teach them, the ABCs and stuff like that, right? Like you more constantly, like you have that split divided attention between work and them at work and stuff like that. But in a daycare, they can solely focus on just learning the ABCs and, all that extra stuff. Yeah, I agree with you. It's pricey. It's way pricier than, one can think. And that's, I guess, where, it's again that debate that, oh man, I tell most men, they tell most men, be careful who, you kind of lay with, or be careful who you lay with, be careful who you have kids by, because, some of them, it's literally a business transaction. They'll tax you for it. There are women who take this as a business. But we'll also have people like Trump who comes in and disrupts, shake up the place a little bit, like to see how, things go. But again, it's too much money, man. $1,000 is just base price. There are people who pay $3,000 a month. I mean, sorry, a week for daycare.
Huh?
Yeah, $3,000.
For you to be taking naps and taking shits? Nah. Absolutely not. For you to be walking around with a juice box and sitting there just singing ABCs and hell nah. We're going to figure something out. Absolutely not.
Nah, it's more of for you to go about freely.
$3K. That's not, my mind is not free. It's not. My mind is stuck on the fact that I have to sit here and pay $3K for my child to be sitting here talking about some mommy with a juice box in her hand. Absolutely not. That is crazy. Woo, Lord. Yeah, we're going to wait on the kids for a little bit because, child.
It is crazy right now.
That's
talking about how like the birth rate is so low right now. I'm like, in this economy, of course. What? And y'all don't want women to work anyway. Y'all want us to go back home and take care of the kids, right? Well, that means that our little household goes down to one income. Again, in this economy, who can afford that? You know what I mean? So make it make sense somewhere, government.
That's I don't know, y'all. Don't know. It's looking real scarce right now because that is real crazy to sit here and you have to deal with the childcare, then you have to deal with the food, and you have to make sure that everything's okay. And then, God forbid, the child has an emergency, and now you got to leave work, and then you got to what?
And then it's not even safe to send your kid out anymore. Real
Exactly.
talk. Y'all want us to have more kids for what, $1,000? Woo. But our kids can't even learn their ABCs in peace because people can walk in with an AR-16.
That is no, I don't know, y'all. I'm barely trying to take care of myself. So just imagine me trying to sit here. I commend y'all parents because that's actually a lot. Doctor's appointments, you got to do all of that extra stuff, and then it's just
The little ones always have a little cold or a little fever.
That's the thing. That one, yeah, that's why I'm like, I wait a little bit. My cousin goes to school and she always coming home sick with something, and I'm just like, I don't like that. Like Lucas is just so dirty.
Oh,
like they just no. It's always a snotty nose somewhere. It's always and kids, the little like they cough like it's just a lot. And they're so cute.
they are.
Like, my ovaries be like, okay, kid me, please. But the responsibility be like, nah. It's okay.
You're taking one day at a time. That's really what it is. One day at a time. You try to think about it so much, you lose your brain cells. So you just take it one at a time. That's really what it is. I mean, if there are things I could change about that circumstance in that given moment, you do it in a heartbeat, right? But you can't change any of those, like what's going on right then. So just enjoying it.
That's true. And it is a reward. The reward is bigger than anything. Yeah. So it's like, it makes sense. But chill.
Trust me. Like, kid you not, right? Like right now, they say that God does not give you anything that you can't handle. True or false, right? So sometimes you might think that, oh man, doing this until you get it. And your brain goes, I guess it's not as bad as I thought, right? Like you could be seeing right now you could hear like a grand and your brain goes, man, the grand? I mean, once it comes, your brain will not be thinking, a grand? Because the fatigue that you feel, right? Sending that little one away for like, I mean, not in a bad way, of course, but just go to school, man. Go to school. Those 3, 4, 5 hours, it's a game changer, yo.
Yeah, that's true.
Game changer. If you got a nap for those 3, 4, 5 hours, you gotta do the laundry, things like that. You gotta put on makeup to go to work, things like that. Which again, no, I think that's the wrong topic for now, but I'll just say some other time. But I see some person at work with so much makeup on and just looking like, damn, bro, like, are you going to a club? I don't understand. This is work. But anyways.
She was feeling herself. She hasn't done that in a while. So she was like, let me just be cute today for work. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Sorry. Let's go back to school. Sorry, back.
I would say. So I feel bad for the teachers. Sorry. I'm going to say, I feel bad for the teachers. Like if we're talking about back to school, we're talking about the kids side and the parent side. I feel bad for the teachers out there because I feel like this generation of kids are terrible. They talk back. They don't want to listen to anything. They don't want to do any type of work.
They fight you.
They fight. Okay, I have so many patients who are teachers, right? Like they are usually parapros, so like usually with special needs, but sometimes just a regular schmegular teacher coming in with a concussion. And I go, hello, ma'am, why do you have a concussion? And they're like, yeah, my student took a stick and beat me in the head with it. And I'm like,
yeah.
any desire to go back to your job? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Could not be. He could not be.
That's I see it. I'm too childish to be a teacher because we gonna be boss that bitch. That's what it is. We're not gonna be no. We're not gonna be hitting. Yeah, these kids nowadays are bad. Like they be sitting here attacking you. Like there was this one lady, she got beat up so bad, like her eye popped out. Like it was they broke her eye socket. Yes. These kids is bad. I was just like, oh, all right now. See. But then, like you said, you ask them and they're like, I love my job. Ain't no way. Not with this eye socket. I'm good off of that. Like it's absolutely not.
Could never.
It's not even funny. God, please forgive me. But no, for real, like, ain't no way I'm about to step back in there. And after you hell no. These kids, they talk back. They don't have no respect. They just want to sit here and just do whatever they want to do. They want to walk up in there thinking that they own the class or whatnot. No, come in there smell like straight weed, or they want to be in there just like, yeah, that's another thing too. I seen there was a viral video that went that was going around. The kids was in the bathroom taking shots, y'all.
Yeah, I said,
yes, the kids
God.
I said,
at school
in the bathroom, the kids was like, it was a gang of them, and it was just passing the bottle around, just taking shots, and it was recorded. And now the school is talking about they about to take action and stuff like that because they didn't even cover their faces, they didn't blur it. Somebody posted a story, and they was like, yeah, it was a whole bunch of them in there. Why y'all getting lit at 7 o'clock in the morning?
Hello. For geography.
Actually even giving her they're not giving her books. They're like, oh, please hold it.
Why are you taking it back?
No, I said, God. I said at 7 a.m. in the morning.
That's true. Just like I had to say, why are you getting lit for geography class? What you need it? Why? These kids, you come in there, you high. You actually rolling up in the class. Them kids is rude. They're bad. They don't have no respect. And the parents don't be doing nothing nowadays. Like the parents just be like,
so
yeah, the parents be like, yeah, somebody touch you or to do it, that, yeah, hit them back or call me and this and that. And then the parents come up and they start fighting.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. It couldn't have been me. My mama also my teachers, if she act up, I give you every right to smack her. Smack her. Don't call me. Smack her. That's what it is. I'm just like, they can go to jail, right? Mom's like, it's better that they do it than I do it. Because at this point, if I come up to that school, it's a wrap for you, sis.
Yeah, I mean, crazy work.
Now
those the shots and the thing, I hope their parents actually do something to them. Like, I mean, like that did not sound right. I hope that parents discipline them. Let me put it that way. Yeah, I hope that parents discipline them because, yeah, man.
They're not going to. Oh, we had before we finish up or whatever, we had one of the topics we had this week was, should phones be banned during the school day? So during the school day, you shouldn't have your phone. Afterwards, like you have it at lunch or something like that. But during like the class, you're not allowed to have, you have to lock it up or something like that. And it was, again, a lot of people were calling in saying that schools need to take the phones away during the day, but then some don't, because with all these school shootings and stuff, you never know. Like a lady called and was like, yeah, I feel like my child needs their phone because you never know what's happening, and that's the only way. If the school's not going to answer when something is happening, how am I going to know what's happening with my child? So I did understand that, but I do feel like also schools are also another, like phones are another like distraction when it comes to like, because everybody be on TikTok, everybody be on Snapchat. Like teachers are literally making TikToks with the students nowadays instead of like teaching and stuff like that. So it's just like, I get where it's coming from. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to the safety aspect of it, I think that they should have their phones, but it should be a situation where like maybe say they get their phones taken from the teacher in the class period. And then that way afterwards they can have it back. You know what I'm saying? So while the class is in, like during instruction, the teacher has it in a basket or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So just in case, God forbid, something does happen, hey, here's your phones real quick. Something like that. At least it's not in their locker or it's not, so that's what I think? What y'all think about the phones?
That's a good idea. Like a little basket inside the classroom.
Right. Just so, because you never know. Rather than you be like, oh, I can't get in touch. My phone is in my locker now. I can't talk to my parent or this and that. So, I mean,
The
yeah.
only thing, I mean, I could still see the pushback because, like, well, what if they went to the bathroom when things went down? You know what I mean? But like
Right.
at the same time, I don't know. I think it's taking into account what could happen, but also still keeping people less distracted.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I hope everybody has a good school year, though.
Yeah, I hope so.
Safe and productive school year.
Let's
And
keep masks, YNs.
no YNs, no niggatry. Let's leave the niggatry alone, okay? No ski masks, no bonnets, no do rags, none of this. I remember this shit used to piss me off in school when like the kids in the back, you're twisting your hair. It just that thing, or like pull your pants up, be a gentleman. Like I remember at school and at my university at Central, we used to have professional days on Tuesdays. You have to dress professional, like do stuff like that. Like
That
get them into the real world and stuff like that. Like have them. Some of these kids they don't even got a suit.
Yep.
They don't have stuff like implement those type of stuff, and maybe headshot day or things like that where you practice like networking with somebody. Have like a fake mixer or like even a mixer amongst the students and stuff like that, and you practice like talking to somebody and like this is how you approach somebody in a room rather than making TikToks with somebody.
Yeah.
But all that to say, y'all have a great school year. Let's all yeah.
We'll try. You know, students like us. You know, we'll try to at least get
Who's
average.
like us? What students?
Right. With us.
You guys cannot just go with the flow.
Hmm.
What should I say? I cannot be a student.
A student of what? Because I ain't a student with you. Sorry. My days are done. No.
Oh, no, you're right, man. Hey, I don't know how much you're paying me right now to go back to student life. No, man. You have to drop a bag for me to go back to student.
Yeah, they're gonna have to drop a hefty bag for me to go, and that would have to be my PhD. You want me to sit there and do a 5-year dissertation? Nah, nope, it's okay. Nope, no. The way it's going, ChatGPT got it. That's I'm not. Yeah. I'm not going back to school for all of that. Nope.
You know. Anyways, y'all. Yeah, got anything else we need to discuss?
Did y'all see? I don't know. Y'all watched it. Davido and Trumma's wedding. Y'all didn't watch it, no? Mm-hmm. I really want to talk about it. It was just a wedding. It was like this Afrobeats artist. He had his wedding in Miami on Sunday, and it didn't give wedding. It gave concert. Mm-hmm. When I tell y'all, everybody and their mama was at that show. Look at me calling that show. Everybody and their mama was at that wedding. When I tell you, that's y'all. It really gave off. When I tell you, everybody, it was like people that I be seeing in the club here in Dallas. Y'all, they was at the wedding. How you get invited to the wedding? Like it just gave off, and everybody's just talking about it. But that's for another day. Let me be quiet because in my future, I'm gonna become somebody big and accomplished, and I don't need this video coming back and hot to me, but like, bitch, what you say about my wedding? Because they be real quick to pull out receipts. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying it just gave packed, but it looked beautiful. So hey, we love to see it. Because ain't nobody about to sit here and pull up this clip and be like, oh, but you was talking shit about my wedding.
Who was talking shit?
Who was talking shit? Nah, I wasn't talking shit. Nah, that me. That's it. That's all I had to say.
That's funny. Out of everything you've talked, that's what you're worried about.
Because it was just, people are still talking about it. So I was just sitting here thinking like, dang, it was nice, but it's just giving, I don't know. Let me just keep my comments to myself.
Oh, what about the girl who was crying because her man is too perfect? Y'all see that video?
I seen that. And at this time, I'm gonna let you have it. You go ahead and talk because this is where I always make that statement. I'd be like, sometimes the women My
Y'all
fellow,
make it hard.
the species we call women sometimes. Y'all making it very
So
nice out here,
for
but
y'all who don't know the video, basically it was this woman and she's in her car and she's crying, but I ain't see no tears. But anyway, she's crying and she's talking about how hard it is to be married. She's been married for 7 years and that everything, like, she has to give up everything, like she doesn't have an identity anymore. She thought they were going to be doing new things. Um, what else? I forget what else she said. Basically, it was just a whole bunch of like, I'm not even my own person, yada yada yada. And like, even if your guy is a perfect man, like, because my guy is great, but it's just I'm not happy. And like the video keeps going on. And long story short, I guess when I'm watching it, I'm waiting to hear like why is it? Because she's talking about like marriage is not worth it, you know don't do it, ladies. Like, you will never, like, you can't be by yourself ever. And I'm like, okay, like,
get to it. Yeah,
get to it. And she's just basically like, no, my man, like, we do everything. I think her, like, bio says something like, a fairy tale of a happy Black woman or something like that. So, like, she's happy. You go, like, she's thriving. They go on trips. They do things. He's good to her. She says that he's good to her. But she's sitting there crying. And I was so confused. I was so confused.
So she's the reason why our blessings are being blocked. She's holding up.
Hello.
She's holding up the line for us single women that is here that you're doing anyhow.
This is why men don't want to do because, yeah, even when they do everything right, it's like you still get somebody crying in a car about you. So, listen, men, we're not all like that. There are still some good ones left. We don't claim her. She's wild, but
We don't claim her. On behalf of the actual woman with logic and sense, we don't claim her. If you're not happy, all right, go ahead, just leave the situation.
I'm like, after 7 years, too. That's crazy.
7 years.
And we don't, I have no time. Leave her alone. She's like wiping her cheek. I'm like, I don't even see any moisture. What are you talking about, girl?
Hey, yo.
Again? What
I
happened?
can't. I
She said
can't.
she don't have no time. She ain't got no time to do this and that. Girl, please. You got all the time. Trips, doing all types of stuff. You over here talking about stuff.
Right.
Don't piss me off right now. Anyways.
Wow.
Mm.
You got any comment to that, AK?
No. No. None whatsoever. I just seen it and I just said, you know what? I
Yeah.
have the right to, keep my comments to myself because, yeah, there's just some fooleries that I feel as though if you respond to, then you become part of it too. So, yeah, just like,
That's fair.
yeah, no problem. No problem.
Wow.
Ooh. Oh, sorry, that was so rude.
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
I'm so sorry, y'all. That was so rude.
No worries, man. Since you decided to close us out like that, just close us out now. Just
Hey, not I closed us out.
take us out. Just take us out.
Does anybody have any final conclusions in AK's words?
Good
Yeah.
luck going back to school, y'all. Be
Yeah.
safe out there. Find some discounts.
Mm-hmm.
Go to school appropriately.
Mm-hmm. AK?
Yeah, so get good grades and most of all, respect your teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Respect your teachers. Yeah.
No.
Be
Do your
safe.
assignments, man. Do your homework.
Do your homework. Do your homework. Go to school on time.
Did y'all ever get paid for grades?
Pay for what grades?
Like, oh, if you get so many A's, it's this amount, this many B's, that amount.
From who?
Yeah, me neither. I just wonder. I heard that people had that
You getting paid like from your school or from your parents?
from your parents.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Nonsense.
Yeah, please let me just close us out on that note.
Go you with the ton of smacks.
Hey, with what? What you going? You getting good grades is your obligation. You're supposed to. What? You gonna pay me because you're supposed to get an A? Absolutely not. My dad said they talk about, so you think I came home with like, I think I came home like it was like Dean's List or something like that. And I was so happy and impressed. And I was like, yeah, I made Dean's List and I got this. And then he's like, you're smiling because of this. I said, now if I come with D's and E's and F's now, it's a problem. But now I'm coming and I'm happy. And he's talking about that's something you should be doing all the time. I said, oh, oh. Well, let me ask you this. What was your grades looking like? What was your grades looking like? Because you sitting here talking about me and you
were you on the dean's list?
What were you doing? Like, were you on the dean's list? Because quote unquote, you always came first in your class. How you come first in your class, but your brother came first in his class? Well, who came first in the class? Because somebody lying.
But you always came first in your class.
Somebody always came first in the class. But then how you first and your brother first? That helped me understand. Anyways, let me close out because I'm getting triggered. The trauma is just taking over my body again. Anyways, yes, this concludes our episode. If you are new, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like, comment button. If you liked anything that we spoke about, make sure you leave a comment below. If you have any questions or any topics that you want us to touch on, also make sure you drop them below. Make sure that you guys also engage in our posts, and you can find us at PWC Cast on all social media platforms. Make sure that you share this and tell your boyfriend's auntie, sister, cousin, auntie, mommy, tell anybody, just share the word and spread the word. And I think that's it. Shout out to my good host, AK Hannah. Shout out to you, T. And yeah, that's a wrap. This is PWC, Pipeline Central, and we're out.